Hey, Kerry Knoll here with you again today for Sales Funnels Tuesdays. Yes, every day of the week except for Wednesdays at this moment, I'm going to be going live around this particular time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to be sharing various digital marketing tips, tricks, strategies, etc. to help you out. So yesterday we covered social media marketing Mondays. I talked about how to schedule your content for your social media accounts. And today with Sales Funnels, I am going to show you a little cool hack trick about Clickfunnels and how you can add more than one funnel to your single domain if you want to use one domain and have multiple sales funnels. So with that being said, let me share my screen here and show you what I am talking about. So let me pull this up. All right, so you should be able to see my screen clearly. It is on ClickFunnels back end. So right here, we're under our subdomain at .clickfunnels.com/domains. You can get there by clicking on your name or business name in the top right, clicking on account settings, and then once you're there, scrolling down and clicking on domains, and you'll see all the domains you have established inside of your ClickFunnels account. If you don't have ClickFunnels yet, you can get started by going to the link you see scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And let's say you have multiple sales funnels that you've created within ClickFunnels, but you want them all hosted not individually on each domain or separate domains, but rather under one singular domain or brand. If that's the case, the best way to do that is to add a new domain. And I'm going to show you how to do this right now. So if I scroll all the way down to the very bottom, I have this domain called securetrainingonline.com. You can see it's already been added using the www for that domain. And right now, I don't believe that domain is even associated with a ClickFunnels sales funnel at this point. But let's say I wanted to actually add an additional sales funnel or two to this particular domain. And of course, if you know anything about ClickFunnels at this point, you realize that once you've added a domain using the www.securetrainingonline.com or yourdomain.com, it can only be associated to one single domain. Because if we come into it, and let me click on it and show you, I'll click edit here and bring it up. And then under default page, if we expand that, right now it's defaulted to ClickFunnels homepage. If I click into that, I can then establish it with any of my funnels, and I've got a ton of funnels, as you can see. And if I wanted to associate it with any of these funnels, I could do so. But then by doing so, I would that would be the only funnel that could be associated with this particular domain. And what it is here is this is multiple. This is actually each page within each domain as well. So it kind of is a longer list than what it would normally be. But it gets kind of confusing when you have lots of various funnels and or pages within your funnel. So if you want to make it a little bit easier, the best way to do that would be actually going to the funnel itself and then adding the domain from that specific location. So if I were to do that and I wanted to just show you an example, let me open up my funnels tab. And then if I wanted to find something that I wanted to use, like let's say it was just this first one here or third one, workshop 10. If I clicked into that, and then I wanted to go to settings to add this domain, right, to this particular funnel, I could do so by just under my domain setting here, clicking into the list. And I have a shorter list of domains than I do sales funnels at this point and pages. So it's a little easier for me just to locate the domain like that and add it to the sales funnel itself here. And then I would just go down to the bottom, click save and update settings. And this now has been associated to this particular sales funnel. So if I go ahead and do that, I'm going to save that change. And it should be all set with the default page now being here. Now, if I go back over to my settings for this domain and reload it, we should see in here, instead of ClickFunnels homepage, it should say Workshop 10. And okay, it still is showing me the default page of ClickFunnels homepage. I'm not sure if that reloaded with the new update or the change I just made. So I'm going to reload it one more time. It is there still, so that's interesting. It should have updated it and showed me the actual domain I associated it to. Now, if I'm not sure where that is, these are in alphabetical order. I can come down to the bottom. It should be one of the very bottom ones, workshop. And let's just add one of these pages here. There's a lot in this one funnel. So I'm just going to use this one. Save it. And then if we go to that domain, I'm going to open that in another tab, secureonlinetraining.com. Cross my fingers that it's working correctly here. Let's see. It did not work correctly. Okay, hold on. See, okay, it's because I have the domain backwards. If I would get it right, maybe it would help. Securetrainingonline.com. And then it should show the domain, which it does. It shows us this template, right? So that's correct. That's what I wanted to do. That's what this is doing for me now. But as you see, it's a one-to-one relationship. Well, now if I wanted to add a second or third or fourth funnel, the way I could do that is I can come back in here, click on domains, and then click on add new domain. And then I'm going to click on add your own domain, use existing domain. And instead of the www dot here, as you see, I'm going to actually add a subdomain here. So I'm going to make it like, let's just say sales. Let's just do it generically here. Sales funnel 2 dot secure. Is it training? Yes, trainingonline.com. Now, if I add this here and I click add domain, and by the way, that sales funnel 2 can be any name or word you want it to be, as long as it's before there's a period following it before the actual root domain. It tells me what I need to do. I need to make a CNAME record here that points sales funnel 2 at target.clickfunnels.com. Okay. So if I come to my registrar, which is Namecheap, and I'm in my domain here, and I click on manage, and then I click on advanced DNS, and then I click add new record. I need to create another CNAME record. And this needs to match the subdomain I entered inside of ClickFunnels. So this is going to be sales funnel 2. And then the target again is going to be target.clickfunnels.com. As you see, I have a previous record up here for www as the host. And I'm going to change this to 1 minute for time to live. So it's quick and gets recognized quickly. Save that record. And now coming back over here, I can say I've done this step. It's going to check to see. And it looks like it worked. And now it wants me to associate a funnel with this. Now, if I wanted to associate another funnel with this, I could. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to drop. These are not in alphabetical order, so it's a little more difficult. So what I'm going to do is just show my domains. And I'm going to come down to the bottom where I added this subdomain, and I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to click verify, so it can verify that it's actually good. And I get this verification, which is awesome. I'm going to come back down to it again, click on it one more time. And then I'm going to go to default page. I'm going to select the funnel I want. So if I wanted a second funnel, it could be any funnel I have here. I'm just going to go back down to another workshop template. So let's just go to number 2 here. This one, I don't know why, but let me just use it, workshop 2, so we can have number 2 with number 2. Click save. And then if I go to my funnels and I go back to funnels and I go to workshop 2, let's go to look at that. So workshop 2. See if it comes up. There it is. Let's click on it. Should see our domain already associated under settings. We're just going to verify that. So we'll click on settings. And we don't have the domain in there. It's interesting because we just set the default page, I guess. So we also have to come here. And then we just come to the bottom and it says sales funnel 2 is at the bottom. Setup is not complete. And that's because we have not completely configured it. Once we do update the settings, it should remove that message. Eventually, when we come back over here and we secure it, let's just do that right away. Let's go check now, make sure it's secure. And it looks like it is. Let's look at our default page. It's still the right default page, I think. And then if we come back to this, let's reload it and see what it says. Yes. So the setup not complete has been removed because we secured the domain itself. So now if we go to this domain instead of the other one, so if I go to sales funnel 2.clickfunnels.com, it should show us the second sales funnel that we associated to this. Oops, not ClickFunnels. I'm sorry. Secure online or trading online. That's our root domain, securetrainingonline.com. And there it is. It's showing us this particular workshop template under the same root domain, right? But we have our subdomain here, Sales Funnel 2, which then drives us over to this particular funnel. And if I wanted to add a third one, I would just repeat this process. I would just add another subdomain inside of the domains themselves. So if I came back to domains and clicked on domains, this is the process I would go through. Again, let's add a new domain, use existing, and then instead of the www, this would be salesfunnel3.securetrainingonline.com, or whatever your domain name is and whatever subdomain you'd like to use. This could be offer, this could be members, this could be something else entirely, totally up to you. It could be the name of your product, whatever the case may be, whatever makes sense, whatever you'd like it to be. Add domain. Tells me to do the CNAME record thing again. So I come to advanced DNS, I add new record, I find CNAME record, I put in the new subdomain I'm using, sales funnel 3, and I'm pointing it to target.clickfunnels.com. We're going to set the time to live to 1. We're going to then save that record. We're going to come back to ClickFunnels. I've done this step. We're going to verify it. We're just going to show my domains. Scroll down to the bottom. We have to still secure it and verify it. So first we're going to verify it. Then we're going to scroll back down, click into it one more time. It still says it needs to be verified, but we just did that. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be there as soon as let's just double check. Let's reload it and see what happens. Maybe it still hadn't verified. Let's click verify again. And this will happen to you too. You'll have to double check. Okay, so your domain is currently being processed, so it still hasn't been fully verified. It should be here in a second. Usually with ClickFunnels, things are like a minute or two behind with caching and such. So when this does verify, we would then secure it. Then we associate it with another funnel. And then, of course, we can create the default page here. So instead of ClickFunnels homepage, this could be defaulted to, if we were doing workshop 3, scroll down to my workshops. So workshop number 3, we could do one of these pages, doesn't really matter which one, save it. So that's the default page. So if they go to the root URL, which would be the subdomain here, this is the root URL, salesfunnel3.securetrainingonline.com. It would point to that page once we get this domain verified, which I think is now verified because the verification message went away. I can check for SSL to make sure we have that established. And then once that's done, we're going to get a success message up here. Great. Go back to our funnels. Go back to funnels. We're going to find our workshop number 3. There it is. Now we're going to go to settings again. And then select our domain, our subdomain, salesfunnel3.securetrainingonline. Scroll to the bottom, save and update settings. And now if we go to that domain, if I do it right this time, salesfunnel3.securetrainingonline.com, click return. There it is. There's the third funnel. So now we have 3 different sales funnels, all associated to the same root domain. So if you don't have a lot of domains, you don't want to use a lot of domains, you have one business domain, but you want to have multiple sales funnels or web pages, websites, etc., this is how you can set it up using ClickFunnels. And if you don't have ClickFunnels yet, I highly recommend you get it. It's a great fast, rapid application development tool for building out websites and or sales funnels. So there's lots of flexibility, and I know ClickFunnels 2.0 is just around the corner, probably launching here next month in March, which is going to be amazing. If you haven't heard about that yet, do a little research on it. I'll probably be back sharing some insight into ClickFunnels 2.0 as I learn more about it and we get closer to when it gets launched. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in today. And that's all I have for you. So I'll be back Thursday with email marketing. So that's email marketing Thursdays. I guess we'll aptly name it. Right now, Wednesdays are off until I decide otherwise, if I come up with another subject matter or whatever it might be. I'm leaning towards actually Ask Me Anything Wednesdays. That might be what that is. I'm not sure yet. But for the time being, right now, I won't be here again tomorrow. I will be here on Thursday. Same bat channel, same bat time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for another exclusive training or tip, strategy, tactic regarding email marketing on Thursday. So hopefully you'll be here for that. Until then, have a great day, and we'll see you guys Thursday.